GM Fox fam. We're going to wait just a minute or two while they're wrapping up that Cosmos call that was happening in E1 earlier. So there are quite a few presenters on that call that are going to be talking here in a bit. So we're going to give them just one more minute to start filling in over here. Once that attendance is down, we'll get started. GM Fox fam, looks like that other call is wrapping up right now, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our weekly governance call. Thank you for joining. If this is your first governance call, welcome. We got a whole bunch of topics we're going to be talking about. Feel free to use the stage chat or raise your hand if you've got some questions as things come out, and we will do our best to address it throughout the slides. We've got a pretty stacked agenda. The agenda was posted in the general channel. Maybe someone will help me out and post it in the stage chat as well so we can see everything we're going to be talking about today. If you'd like to follow along with the slides, they are posted are being screen shared right now in the Zoom, which is posted on the stage chat. So please follow along there. And without any further ado, we'll get started. Happy New Year, Fox fam. This is the first governance call of the new year of 2022. Happy to have you with us here. We did have some hopes for some POAPs for this call, but unfortunately, the dgen bot that we are using needed to undergo some approvals from the POAP team right now before we can successfully use the anti-farming measures that the bot has implemented in it. So unfortunately, we weren't able to get a POAP for this call, but we did have the content creation team and Shocks work pretty hard on getting this POAP out. So I wanted to at least add it to this slide deck right now and thank Arena and Shocks very much for all of the work that they've been doing on creating POAPs with me as we get caught up. So hopefully you'll hear from me, you'll hear from GK in the future about POAPs and when we're able to start doing those again. But unfortunately, the blockers are not something that ShapeShift has any ability of doing anything right now. We have to wait on the powers that be in the dgen bot land and the POAP realm. So more to come from that soon. For our agenda, what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be going over the recent proposals that passed. We had quite a few of them pass over the break while we weren't meeting together and talking about them, as well as any current proposals that are active and looking for votes. Then we'll move on down to any sort of upcoming proposals that are in our forum, but maybe need some help in the ideation process to make it all the way over to our proposals. And then we'll do all the rest of our forum posts as well. There's also a special slide in there today for Eric's bounty. He's got an external bounty that is not actually part of the governance process, but he's been using the Fox forum for all of his bounties that we've been doing externally as well. So this is a great call for him to hop on stage and talk about the specifics of that as well. So we'll give him some time to do that. As always, there's a great community governance tracker that is being updated and maintained and optimized by Miss. Right now, our very own Miss from the Mod Squad. We hope to have some future insights and maybe even some leaderboards and things like that coming from that soon. So keep checking in on it. And if you are someone who uses this resource, feel free to tip Miss a beer for all of her hard work. This is something that she's doing out of the kindness of her heart, and it's not part of her tasks inside the Mod Squad or anything like that. All right, we're going to move right into past proposals, and I'm hopping the list a little bit. Pete Coyne reached out and said that he had a doctor's appointment later on in the day, so we're going to bring him up first to talk about the marketing work stream that passed just over the break here. Let me bring you on stage, Pete. All right.
Thank you, Tyler and GM. Just so you know, 2022 and mic issues have started strong. We missed the middle part of what you were saying.
Oh shoot! I'm gonna switch over to non-mic then because this mic is terrible. So thank you for that. And take it away. I'll figure out my mic on my side.
No problem, no problem. GM, everybody, and happy 2022. Just wanted to thank everybody for the support and the trust for the marketing workstream to continue the work. Just quickly review, we are building a data-driven marketing machine that we are going to be attempting to meet all the goals that we put forward in SCP-51, as well as create some dashboards based around the capabilities of V2 as it stands at launch and as it expands, and then try to drive people into those beneficial actions for the DAO, starting with the Yearn integration, and then as the Cosmos validator, Osmosis validator, if it passes, or as it passes and gets integrated, and continue working down that path. So thank you so much again for all the support, and it's an honor to continue to serve the token holders, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Petecoin. Look forward to all of those updates that you post in the forum as you guys continue to do those things. And as always, your office hours are very entertaining and super enjoyable to be a part of. So look forward to seeing your work stream grow and continue on as you get this funding for the next round of your phase of the work stream. All right, keeping it going. We're now on to SCP-46 with Mr. Nerdhair. This was to establish a responsible disclosure program. This one ended on the new year with 1.87 million votes yes, and only 1,000 votes no, so that is quorum pass. Hey, Mr. Nerdhair, GM.
Hey, y'all. I'm happy the thing passed. The working on the implementation now, specking out the bounties for the NFT Hall of Fame that we'll put out, and updating some of the messaging we use with Zendesk to reflect the new program versus the old centralized program. We've had at least one inquiry from a researcher about it, so I don't know if they knew they were asking about that program and not the centralized program, but I went into full sales mode and sent them all the information. So that's nice. Anyway, I expect to have more interesting things to report once we get more implementation done on that front. But we are set up and ready to handle reports.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Nerdhair, and I hope the reports start flowing. Not exponentially, but just enough to start testing the system. All right. Up next, we've got create an alpha version of the open source ShapeShift web app with analytics from Diggy. This has been a proposal that is, I think, spent the longest time being iterated on and being focused in the right way. But it looks like it finally passed the day before Christmas, Christmas Eve. So GM did that, and GM Diggy.
GM, yeah, thanks. We're super excited that this passed. We've just been going back and forth with Pendo a little bit. There's a couple pieces they're syncing up and ironing out with Mr. Nerdhair. And then once those are ready to go, I think next week or the following week, we're going to set up a meeting to kind of talk about implementation with the engineering workstream and figure out how we get this kicked off. But yeah, super
cool.
exciting.
So we're super early from a timeline of actually seeing someone be able to actually visit this alpha version, right? But kickoffs will be the first start towards that.
Yeah, exactly. I would say we're at least 2 or 3 weeks out, maybe longer. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, super excited to see more progress continue on that, and I look forward to being parts of kickoffs and launches for all of this analytics, and I hope we can get some good data from that from our users who will be using it.
Yeah, we're super excited to be able to start getting some data and also to use their guides. I think it's going to be really awesome for the user experience. So,
yeah, I know. Thank you. I know the transition to the DAO has left us kind of flying blind a little bit in certain areas with analytics from our users. So this will be really nice to fill in those gaps again.
Definitely. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Diggy. All right. Continuing on the governance train, we've got Kent up next with the tokamak reactor funding via Treasury Fox. This one was an astounding 7.4 million yeses, so congratulations, Kent, on that one. And this one passed just a little bit after Christmas on the 27th. So looks like we got some cool tokenomics things that we'll be able to lean into with this. GM, Ken?
Yeah. Hey, Tyler, and Happy New Year. It was cool to see so much support for this one because it really speaks to one of the interesting advantages that we have as a DAO with a token that has value is being able to put that token to use in DeFi in order to earn money for our treasury, and also in the case of tokamak, direct liquidity in ways that are advantageous to us. So in the wake of the that proposal passing, and this is one of the things I just freaking love about crypto is we can quickly actually enact this proposal and then see the results. So that's actually precisely what's happening right now. This program has been active already for more than a week. We put more than 30 million Fox into our tokamak reactor and are now earning substantial token rewards via that reactor. You can actually see these rewards accrue if you jump into the tokenomics channel. Willie has a really slick way of doing this, combining Wallet Connect in Gnosis with the tokamak interface, but you can see the rewards accrue. I'm not sure if that's literally real time or it's updated with every cycle, but in any case, we're earning toke already, even after this pullback. There's been in price, there's like $125,000 worth. So in turn, we can use that to do a lot of things. We could, keep it, and it's an asset on our balance sheet. We can put it into, change it to stable coins to get more diversification there. Of course, just owning toke is always good too, from that liquidity direction perspective. So I think this is going quite well so far. I'm keeping an eye out on Nexus Mutual just to see if they add insurance for it, because it would be nice to mitigate the relatively small risk of something happening to that contract. And then on a quick related note, right now I'm putting together a proposal which will summarize a strategy for our upcoming liquidity mining phase that will start following the current one at the end of February, combined with a liquidity token buyback program via our Olympus bond. So cool shit going on there. And that's about it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Kent. Yeah, I'm continually impressed with how much you guys are able to churn out over on your side of the woods and tokenomics and the TDMC. So keep up the good work, and can't wait to see what you come up with next.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna hop around a little bit on the slides now and do Toasty and Hunt next, and then hop back over to Brian just because Toasty's got to run after this presentation. So GM Toasty, and congratulations on your newly renamed work stream and kind of reformed work stream passing.
Yeah, GM, thanks for, jumping me around a little bit. I really appreciate it. So far off to a good, first week. We started our this past Saturday, kind of right off for the New Year's. Already got lots of things in the works. It's been super beneficial actually to have two workstream leaders that we've been finding out for such a decent sized workstream. Hunt and Crusher, however you want to name him on here, has been able to jump around with me quite a bit. Attend different meetings so we can kind of divide and conquer has been really nice. Good news is we already have a partnership in the works that's been kicked off with MetaFactory that started right at the end of December, leading up to yesterday. We had a call with them, so I'm going to be meeting with a few designers and stuff. This will run in tandem kind of with the merch store that we're going to be launching soon. So super excited about both of these ideas. The best way to kind of frame it for everybody here in the community is think of it in terms of if you're familiar with sneaker launches, if you're familiar with Adidas, that'll be our traditional merch store will be like Adidas, and these be like Yeezys essentially. So we'll be doing hype launches and stuff and limited edition merch launches with MetaFactory going forward as an ongoing partnership. We'll be earning their robot tokens too, which will go to our treasury and kind of earn us a little bit of balance and stuff there as well. So that'd be pretty cool. Completely free partnership. We don't have to pay them anything, just kind of level of effort using our social. Education team has been kicked off recently. Crusher's been kind of leading that expertise a little bit. So all is well with this new kind of we have going here. So lots to report on, lots of partnerships coming in. If anybody wants to chat with us, just kind of ping us, reach out to myself or Hunt, and we're more than happy to give you a Calendly link, and you guys can schedule some time with us just to pick our brain.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Hosty. I thought it was going to be hard to follow Kent with all of the things that he's got going on, and you guys kind of almost blew him out of the water with doing some tokenomics of your own inside there, as well as everything you're doing. So hats off to you and the team. Really excited to see the growth and can't wait to see what you guys do going further.
For sure. Thanks again for having me up here. GM, everybody, take care.
Yeah, GM. I got a Marley on stage with me. We do have you coming up in a little bit. I don't know if you're prepping to hang out or if you had some questions about
No, I was
growth.
invited. I can go back and wait.
No, hang. You're welcome to hang with me.
Okay.
we got Ichi up first though, so we're gonna take a step back and bring Brian up on the stage. Let me see if I can get him up here. Do we have any Ichi members? Oh, we got Ocean in the crowd. Oh, no, Ocean's raising his hand. See if we can get him up here. Maybe he can speak on what's going on next with the Angel Vault. Or Willie.
I've been
GM
following
Willie.
this one too. I'm excited for this one. It definitely seemed. I'm pretty bullish on the One Vault after looking at it in play on other projects that I had it. Brian can probably explain it better than I can, or Willie, but it looks really interesting. I'm super bullish on this one.
I am too. Thanks, Marley. If there are any Ichi team members in the audience, please join us. I know they're super busy though, because a lot of projects want these Angel Vaults because they're hot, and they, like Marley said, they seem to be working really well. I don't know if you guys saw Fuse. That was the most recently launched Angel Vault, and it's up like 300% or more since they launched their Angel Vault. And we were chatting with each team earlier, and they were showing us how they went from basically $0 of protocol on liquidity. Now this Angel Vault has generated $3 million of protocol own liquidity for the DAO just in like a week. So pretty amazing. And yeah, this is now that this proposal passed, we'll have our Angel Vault soon. We were chatting with the E2 team earlier. The proposal specifies there's basically two ways that we're going to get liquidity into this Angel Vault initially. The first is $2 million that's going to come from the DAO. And the cool thing about that $2 million worth of One Fox is that we can actually potentially mint it from the reserves of the One Fox treasury. So, One Fox is backed, the token, it's backed by USDC and Fox, and it can be minted with USDC and Fox. And as long as the treasury maintains a sufficient reserve ratio of over 200%, or that reserve ratio actually goes up as if we want to start leveraging the Angel Vaults, the One Fox treasury's reserves to mint some, they recommend keeping a higher reserve ratio. But we're basically making, we're minting some, but in order to mint some, we're making sure that it's just over collateralized. And to do that, we can deposit Fox because this One Fox is backed by both USDC and Fox. So one path to be able to mint this 2 million One Fox is for the DAO to transfer $3.5 million worth of Fox to the One Fox treasury to over collateralize the One Fox that's in circulation. And if we do that, and then we mint 2 million Fox using the reserves, we'll still have it'll be over 800% estimated treasury reserve ratio. And they recommend if you're gonna use 40 to 50% of the treasury's reserves to mint One Fox, they recommend at least 700% reserve ratio there. So that's going to be up to the TMDC committee and the One Fox Treasury group to decide if that's the path they want to take. But that is definitely one viable path, and we'll put that up for vote to the TMDC imminently. I think this afternoon. We were just chatting with Ichi earlier to get clarity there, and they also put together a spreadsheet that I can share if anyone wants to look at how they calculated that math. I'll go ahead and post something about that in the stage chat in a second. But yeah, that's how we're going to get the first 2 million. That's one option to get the first 2 million. The proposal also specifies the TMDC can do whatever they want to get the 2 million, as long as it does not directly result in Fox sell pressure. But that does seem like a really awesome path where we can basically mint this $2 million of One Fox just by taking 3.5 million of the idle Fox assets we have sitting in the treasury and transferring it over to the One Fox treasury, which the DAO also controls. All right, and then the other piece that this includes, this is exciting, is a Angel Vault farming program. So this will be the ability to take your Angel Vault LP tokens, which the way to mint those is to deposit One Fox into the Angel Vault. And then you can stake those and you'll be able to earn APR. This is actually something we have two options. We can either use our staking rewards contract and deploy it, or we can use Ichi's, which is audited. And I'll pose that question also to the, I think, engineering work stream to see if they have any preference on whether we use our own or just roll with Ichi's. Which the cool thing about Ichi's is that it also can be replenished if you decide to replenish it. But this proposal includes, specifies a little bit over 1.5 million, 1.538 million Fox rewarded over a 6-month period. That should result in an APR of over 50%, including trading fees, at $8 million of additional stake liquidity. I know that's a lot. Jeff, if you have any questions, check out the proposal, and I'll post some more info in the stage chat soon. But yeah, like Marley said, I am excited about this Angel Vault, and you can see it's been Ichi and Fuse, the tokens that have these Angel Vaults, are faring better than every other token has in this latest market downturn.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch for us to wrap our heads around in here. Even with the staking stuff is even new to me here, and I feel like I've been trying to stay on top of it. Maybe we can even do some kind of greater community call of some kind once everything's live. So, or even something smaller, maybe like I'd hate to sign up Gray Machine for another video or something like that, but that sounds like a super cool feature that having some education around would be really great for us to follow up after we've got all of the vault and things set up. So super stoked on this, and thank you, Willie Fox, for hopping up here and giving the 411.
Thank you, Tyler, and that's a great point. We should get the ball rolling with the product and marketing too, because this will be like a pretty big launch, and it's coming up imminently. I know both each team in our community is eager to get this Angel Vault launch ASAP. Thanks.
Yeah, and maybe, yep. I don't know if Gray Machine was in here earlier. Maybe your ears were burning, so you just hopped in. But yeah, we might be looking at doing a video or some kind of education for this Angel Vault. So that's your warning shot, good sir. Moving right along. We have one active proposal right now, and that is the ETH Denver sponsorship. And that one has been, it's currently going up until January 6th at 4. Is that today? I don't have a calendar in front of me. I think that's today. I think it just closed. Who got a? Are we at the 6th? Yeah, today's the 6th. Okay, so it just passed. I didn't get a new screenshot of that. Oh, I guess no. We've got 35 minutes until it passes, so we're right on time. I believe I see Brittany in the audience who helped Danielle put this together. Would you like to hop up here on stage and say something? I'll give you an invite if you're feeling up to it. Feel free to turn it down and type in the stage chat if you'd like me to speak for you instead. Not seeing much action or response to that invite. So happy to just do a quick overview of what's going on and what is about to be passed here. That probably by the end of this call, that we've got a kind of a plethora of things involved in this ETH Denver sponsorship, including a full Metalite sponsor, but also some involvement with the bounties and a pre-party, as well as a fundraiser for Coin Center. So it's kind of spread out throughout the entire event, both our own ShapeShift individual things that we've found over the years of going to crypto conferences are really kind of the juice of crypto events, as well as sponsoring the main event as well. Here, I'm sending one out to Brittany again. I see you raised your hand, so maybe we can get you up here. If not, maybe I'm just seeing alerts late. But yeah, there's also going to be some NFTs created for this fundraiser that should be some of the main contributors to the crypto community here in Denver and kind of in the West. And Kent just showed up. I know Kent's got a lot of connection with ETH Denver as well. Maybe you've got some information to add.
Indeed, and some technical difficulties on Brittany's connection, but we can patch her in this way.
Hi, sorry
Hey,
about
Brittany.
that.
No worries.
Yeah, I am happy to just to jump in. I know that you hit a lot of really good points on the event. Just one update that I wanted to speak to is that one exciting component of this proposal is that we are sponsoring 8 members from the DAO to attend ETH Denver. So that is super fun and exciting because I know a lot of people haven't gotten to meet each other and we can actually meet in real life. So I'm looking to have a form set up for the team on Monday where people can offer to volunteer. We are going to have volunteer positions for the booth and also for helping to manage the party buses. And then also there will be a form to apply to be sponsored for ETH Denver. So I will let you guys know in the general channel and also in the ETH Denver channel when those are up and live on Monday.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that highlight of the scholarship there and the updates, Brittany. Yeah, really looking forward to see if we can get a couple of foxes into Denver and make it so it's not all on their dime because ETH Denver is one hell of a ride.
Yep, it's a super fun event.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brittany. And thank you, Kent, for mitigating that technical difficulty there. All right. I'll spend just 30 seconds here reminding everyone that ideation in boardroom is still out. We are using the forum as a placeholder for now. There's still some work that needs to be done, but eventually that middle section of our governance process will be revived and we will be able to do ideation vote approvals through boardroom again. I know that there's just some work on boardroom side for them to do that. Until then, you can follow the forum proposal template instructions that are linked here if you're looking on how to set up a proper ideation post in the forum. All right, and now to the long-awaited Marley. Thank you for hanging out, Marley. We're up to you now with SCP 50.
Okay,
what's going on?
Yeah, I was in the osmosis meeting earlier, like an hour ago, and we've made significant progress. Got like new keys and stuff, just going really slow on purpose. I think the ideation was trying to be launched by February 1st, which is like totally feasible. I was just reflecting today that like Taxi Stake is newer than the ShapeShiftDAO with like 2.5 employees, so we're doing really well for a brand new startup, and just want to make sure if it's even going to be remotely as successful as the Cosmos one, I really want to spend the extra time to get it right because we're already validating over $50 million. So yeah, trying to be really diligent. It's still moving, still working on it. I have hired some like contractors to help with some of the other engineering stuff too. So it's moving, but I'm not ready to post it to the next phase.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with your caution there too. That's a lot of funds for such a young startup to be handling, but we have the utmost faith and trust in what you guys are doing there. So can't wait to see some more progress.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome. Well, GM sir, and thank you for hopping on. All right, moving on to the next one where this is a proposal. It's actually not a proposal. It's just a forum post of a bounty that doesn't have anything to do with ShapeShift governance, really. This is just the forum in which Eric was able to provide this bounty that he'd like to see for SFox, aka Foxy. And it looks like we don't have Eric with us, but perhaps maybe someone like Jonas John could come up here and chat a little bit about SFox and why this is the next bounty that Eric has presented and what we're trying to do here. GM.
Hey,
John.
GM, everybody. Obviously I am not the one who posted this bounty. That was Eric, but I have been pretty involved in the genesis of this idea, so I'm happy to talk to it. So many of you, especially if you've been to a tokenomics call in the last month or two, have probably heard us talking a little bit about this SFox concept. And this bounty is kind of our first, real step towards trying to make it a reality. And, Ocean in the audience there from the Fox Foundation has done a lot of amazing pre-work, helping scope out what this would actually look like from a technical perspective and looking at the scoping requirements and even demoing just a few days ago I guess yesterday, an early prototype of this that he built. So there's been amazing progress there, just in terms of those initial talks and Ocean's efforts on this. And then this bounty is kind of the first real effort to try to fund and get this into production. So Eric has stepped up in terms of taking on this project with his own personal funds to make a bounty on this. So you can, look at the forum post and looked at the bounty are being discussed. And I saw there was already some feedback, since he posted it last night. One from a potential bounty hunter, Toshi, who seemed interested. And I saw Ops had given some good feedback, and Eric had already responded to that. So I love seeing that part of the process. But the whole idea here behind SFox is that if we get this built, it'll allow any Fox holder to stake their Fox in the contract, and basically get a portion of DAO revenues, however those are created. So the first kind of real strategy that this is going to be tied to is by depositing into our amazing Fox token reactor on Tokamak, and that revenues generated via that would be used to power Fox buybacks that would then be distributed to SFox holders, basically people who have distributed, or rather deposited their Fox into the contract. And the really cool mechanism about this is it'll be a rebasing token, meaning it won't require any action by the user to get additional SFox. So their SFox balance should just tick up over time automatically. And this allows for really cool integrations into things like Rari, where you could even deposit that as collateral and have it automatically tick up and things like that. So there's a lot of other cool things we can build off this primitive once it's there. And in addition to the Tokamak revenue stream, there will also be potentially any other revenue stream that the DAO wants to designate for this. So it opens up a whole new world of opportunity, and I think it's super cool. And yeah, definitely recommend you go read the post and weigh in if you have feedback. And, it'll be interesting to see how this works out over the next number of months, but I really hope this leads to us having an SFox contract live, maybe by the end of Q1, if not early Q2. So super excited by that.
Yeah, super excited. And I want to voice my excitement behind all those things you just mentioned for how cool this SFox will be to the ecosystem. Other notes I wanted to add here was that if you are interested in this bounty, you will need to post a response in that thread by January 9th. And that's when the the hunter will be chosen. And already due to some feedback, Eric has increased the bounty. It was when I started the presentation, I had it down to 100,000, and it's actually jumped up to 120,000. So there's been some nice response there from some initial questions about the timeline.
Oh yeah, 120,000 plus 300,000 Fox.
Yes, but yeah, the Fox and the USDC have both increased to accommodate the concerns. As well as the timeline extending a little bit too of the decay of the percentage. So some really great work out there to be done for a really awesome bounty. And if you've got any questions about that, please hop into that forum post or hop into any channel and say you're interested in the bounty, and we can direct you to the right person or to the right people to get you connected to Eric and anyone else who's going to be picking that. So thank you, John, for that. And thank you, Eric, for putting out such an awesome bounty. Super excited to see where we can go with this. Moving on, we're now done with all of our bounties and all of our proposals, and now we're moving on to just some posts that we've got in the forum that have been more kind of updates. Or we also had a new contribution from Val the Dad, kind of as a look back. So I'd love to have either the Smith or Josh or Val. I'll send an invite out to Val right now, and the Smith. I know Josh can hop up whenever you'd like. Have you guys chat about your posts?
Yeah, GM. Hello, Josh, Tyler, Jen, Fox fan.
GM, the Smith, yeah, GM. Would you like to go first? I know you had two kind of updates coming from LATAM.
Yeah, it's okay. So I found a great place to record all Latin devs, and so I understand that forum is an official channel, so I'm willing to keep posting weekly KPIs and monthly reports there. So I know everything is publicly recorded in our Latin Notion pages, and all workstream leaders knows about it. But I see the forum as a tool to make things official and also put the Latin team in their right spot. So I also believe that forum reports open possibilities for discussions and suggestions. So what we have here is 2 weeks of work in Latin on these two reports. And each post contains weekly milestones that we accomplished until that last sprint. So if you want to know about our Latin progress, it's simple. You must head to forum and check globalization tab. Everything will be there. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, the Smiths. Super excited to see how quickly you guys are growing and scaling over there.
I really appreciate it.
All right. And who would like to go next? I got two guys on stage now. Whoever unmutes first, I guess.
Then let it be me. Hi guys, and actually, glad to be here with you in governance call and for the post things like I'm quite new and it was my 4.5 months with you and with the DAO, and I wanted to share all the experience I had, also to encourage people who also new and less technical to not to be afraid and follow simple steps of mine to accommodate themselves better, and also step up to be able to be like a buddy for everyone who don't know from where to start, and be more approachable and bring some benefits to community.
Awesome. Yeah, Val, have we connected you with the education and growth teams that are going on there? I think that there's a whole bunch of work that we started to do with outreach that your post,
Yeah, I
in
think
the spirit
Tyler,
of
I
your post,
connected
would be.
myself with almost everyone possible. So yeah, I'm in pain in the ass for everybody's team. So yes.
Oh no, we appreciate that you've got some passion and interest here with the DAO with us. You're just as crazy as we are, so that's super excited. Well, I'm really glad that you were felt comfortable enough to share your experiences in the forum post with what's going on and provide that feedback for onboarding. And I hope that that someone in one work stream is able to snatch you up to get you to continue to contribute with us.
With pleasure. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Val. All right, and Josh, closing it out, we've got a little report from your budget report from the work stream.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. GM. I'm going to share my screen now. I'm going to take over what Tyler was sharing just because this is the report that I posted in the forum last night. And so basically the proposal to fund the engineering workstream that passed in either August or September said that it would be from November to the end of February, and there would be a report in the middle of the month showing how those funds were used and where we were actuals versus projected. So you can see here we've spent $188,000 to date. Almost all of that has been on salaries, and I have we're projected to spend another $244 on salary, plus hopefully some on some new hires, and then some more test funds, projecting to spend not more than $502,000 by the end of February. The initial budget allowed for $714, so we're way under budget, which could be seen as a good thing, but what's not so good is the reason why we're under budget is because we have less engineers in the work stream than we originally projected. More of the centralized employees that we thought would be going into the work stream chose not to enter the work stream. So currently the work stream is 8 engineers big, which is much smaller than we want. We are hiring. I've posted in announcements, I think that was yesterday, for the link. If you know anyone, please share that link around. We would love to hire some more engineers into the work stream. And then this is how we look with the bounties. There was another proposal that gave the engineering workstream 200K Fox for bounties. We've spent almost 50,000 of that, so we still have 150,000 remaining of those funds. And that's really it. Any questions for me on that?
None for me. Doesn't look like we've got any in the stage too. I'm excited to see how quickly we can fill those roles. And it's good to see that you're under budget. But yeah, maybe we can get some more hands in the work stream sooner rather than later.
From your lips to God's ears.
I'll share my screen again for the last couple slides. Thank you very much, Josh, for giving your update there. And I really appreciate how you've been using these calls to keep the community informed on the higher level of your work stream and the budget needs there.
Thank you. Appreciate the feedback. GM, everybody.
GM. All right. Kicking back over to the governance slides, we do have one last proposal. I'm not sure we're going to have anyone who shows up for this one. This is the ShapeShift Global Digital Finance team. Apparently, centralized ShapeShift used to work with them, and they're interested in us working with them. Some sort of partnership that includes monitoring of blockchain things. Seems a little centralized, and they haven't responded to any posts on there yet. I feel like I'm going to bump it again, probably today or tomorrow, to see if we can get someone who posted there to respond. But unfortunately, I think if nothing happens there, this one might shuffle off the slide deck until it bubbles up again. I do see Mr. Nerdhair up on stage again. Happy to chat with you about something. We're about to get to the kind of save space for any other questions. So what you got,
So
sir?
I wanted to give an update on the security workstream budget proposal. It didn't make it onto your stuff because I felt a little weird about like closing another thread and like opening another like again. It's just wonky. I wish we did all these proposals in Git, but I may be slightly biased as an engineer on that. Anyway, we had a very good office hours talking with various people from the community. I want to especially thank Josh F. and Never Was for their contributions yesterday. And I've revised the security budget proposal, and instead of a per month allocation, the idea now is to allocate a $50,000 sum that will cover everything for however long it covers it. And that simplifies the problem significantly because we're very new. I don't quite know, what the outflow rate will be. In many cases, like the availability of people, to contribute will dictate how fast we can spend money. However, I'm a lot more confident saying that once we've spent that money, we will have very good things to show for it, and to when we ask for more, it will be a good argument if it needs a refill, when it needs a refill, rather than saying, "Oh, this will do us for 6 months," or "Oh, well, if this doesn't do us for 6 months, we failed somehow," or the other way around. If we haven't spent it all, clearly we haven't done the right things. So hopefully that is a iteration that solves a lot of problems simultaneously. I'd love any feedback that anyone would like to give on that. If I don't get any, I probably will move it to ideation sometime before the next governance call, just to get things moving. And
awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry I didn't notice the edits on the forum post, but yeah, if you can slide it in with the ideation post before the call next time, we'll definitely give you a little more space to go over the details.
Well, I mean, I hope that by this point there aren't many new things to go over because my goal is no surprises. I'm a security guy. Everything should be predictable. Alles in Ordnung common.
And we've beaten this one to death a little bit as well. Not as badly as Alpha, but Mr. Nerdhair has been on the stage a little bit hashing this out. So yeah, look forward to seeing that one finally get its way all the way through to the process. I only have one last more slide, and that's to show this great artwork that Shux and Irina did that unfortunately didn't make it all the way to a POAP. unfortunately not due to anything that we have the capability of changing right now. So we'll keep trying with the PO apps, and hopefully we'll be able to start turning those out again. But other than that, if no one's got any questions, we're going to end just a couple of minutes early, give everyone some time back in their day, and everyone can make it a good GM. Thank you all for joining us.